Okay, ladies and gentlemen, film session in full swing. Um, so I'm leading by example, showing you guys what you need to do. You need to basically go to the gym on a daily basis and record yourself shooting jump shots. Um, Here I made 12 in a row, which is a pretty good number. Um, I gotta get that number up to 17. Is really what my next goal is 17. I've got 15 as my high, but I'm editing a highlight of it so that it's not as long. And then if people want to see the full video just for proof, I'll have that as you see here. But I just kind of want to show it. And so that's basically what I'm doing right now. You guys can watch me as I do it. And basically, you know, at this day and age, hello, how's it going? Nice to see you. Have it, good to see you here. Nowadays, video is a big part of your training, development, recruitment. Social media is like a big part of basketball now. So, and a lot of us aren't gonna have like a dedicated filmer. You know what I mean? Like we're not movie stars. We're not comedians. We don't have a bunch of people to help us. You know, if you do, great. You know, if you have a girlfriend, a parent, you know, that's willing to, you know, film your basketball games, film your training, film your workouts, that's great. Ask them to help you because that's what you need these days is documentation of what you're doing, how you're playing, and you know, that's what people now want to see. They want to see your work ethic on and off the court, you know, in games, out of games, and so all it can do is help. It can't hurt. And that's what I'm doing here. Like I said, this was 12 3 in a row. And I'm celebrating that moment because, you know, 12 3-pointers in a row is not easy to do, even though, you know, right now we're trying to get that number up to 20 at least, you know, because I am trying to prove and demonstrate that I'm the best shooter in the world. Obviously, you know, everybody knows Steph Curry, of course, but I just feel like I've got some things figured out, being that I was the guy who, you know, basically invented that style of play before he even got in the NBA. You know, back in 2006, when I was at University of Hawaii, you know, a scoring point guard, I guess, if you will, was not a celebrated thing like it is now. And he came from Davidson like 2 or 3 years after that. And so I think that, you know, I've some of the same tricks that he has, goes probably a little further. I don't want to say further. Let's just say the same. You know, of course, I'm a competitor, so I'm going to say I shoot better than Steph Curry. But obviously, you know, people are going to say you're crazy. So if you're crazy, you got to show them what that comes from. And that's where this video here comes from. You know, and this is, like I said, it's, you know, it's these are game shots. You know, it's around and have a camera focused on you unless you have a camera person. So for me, you know, and that's the thing, you guys don't need a camera person. You can just sit the camera underneath the goal and film yourself shooting. And that's the first step of getting better is just watching yourself, seeing what it looks like. That was a big part of growing up. My game was watching what it looked like. I knew to make it to the NBA, it had to look a certain way. It couldn't just go in. It had to go in and look good. So both of those things are a big part of basketball. And you look good. Now you can bring it a little lower. In my day, you have to bring it above your head. I think mine is the perfect level for any shooter. And if you don't have that coach with you, perfect person to learn from, you know, you can just, you know, watch So like I said, this was 12 threes. There's 2. Let's count them together. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trying to get a good edit here. I don't really want to have any rebounding in the video. And you want to make highlight tape yourself, guys, because people don't have 40 and 50 and 60 minutes to sit there and watch you play. So, you know, the better, the more that's going to help you. You know, we're in a highlight-driven world today. If you guys have any questions about what you're seeing, how to become a great shooter, most definitely ask. Don't hesitate. Don't be shy, because that's what I'm here to help you guys get better. As I, you know, get better myself. If you guys things that you may think, hey, I can do better at, this is iron sharpen iron. You know, this is the place in film sessions where you hold each other accountable, yourself, your teammates. You hold yourself to a standard. Me, honestly, I don't. These are all makes. It's difficult to see what I'm doing wrong. It's a beautiful jump shot. I mean, honestly, don't get me wrong. Now, I do miss. I miss sometimes, and when I miss, a lot of times you can see. I know I can see, you know, what I did wrong. But when everything is right, it looks pretty damn good. But I still, in order for me to catch Steph Curry, I'm gonna have to fix some things. And like I said, it's the results-driven world. I think I got it all figured out, honestly. You know, and that could be a pride thing, but until I'm making 20 or 30 in a row, I can't sit here and say, oh, perfect in 4 seconds. So I'll be able to upload this to YouTube now. I'm gonna put 12 threes in a row. See, now like that one, that didn't look perfect. The form looked kind of like I cheat, and sometimes I do. I cheat sometimes the way I shoot, you know. But I'm trying to teach you guys from the ground level the right way. And once you master a shot, everybody's gonna be able to make certain changes to their shots to make it yours, to make it your own signature shot. And it's gonna look like your shot, you know. But when you start off, I just encourage you guys to make it look like mine, because I'm the only one who can shoot this good, who's actually putting the fundamentals and the foundation of the way to shoot on display like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anybody else is sharing with people how to do this, how to shoot at this level. So see the visual, whatever it is that I'm doing. And my shot is so simple. Like, it doesn't look complicated. Like, it doesn't look like there's a bunch of different motions to it. It looks pretty quick, pretty simple, to the point. You don't see a lot of extra stuff going on, you know, but like I said, this was 12 in a row. Now let's go to the other video where it was 10 in a row. Real quick. Well, first I gotta save this. Let me go ahead and save this video here and call it 12. I'm gonna put edit. All right, there we go. Got that done. So like I said, I do guys with a lot of highlight tapes. Obviously I'm connected. Got NBA contacts, college contacts. So here, this is good because it's a different angle. I don't normally shoot from this angle, especially without a camera person with me, but apparently here I did. And if I made 10 in a row, that's pretty damn good. But obviously, it's already in the I've done that. But yeah, this is a different angle. You know, you do want to record yourself at different angles so you can really see the whole shot, what everybody else sees, you know, what everybody in the crowd, the people on the side of the bleachers see. Because you're going to have scouts everywhere looking at your form, looking at your work, looking at everything. Wow, that's a beautiful shot. And more importantly, the results. And like I said, I'm going to make an edit of this too, just because time, people might not have a whole, let me see how long this is. 2 minutes and 55 seconds, because I kind of took my time. And this was probably about a month ago. Made 10 straight threes. Ball handling. You see, I'm challenging myself. I'm not just standing there and shooting them like throws, even though my shot might look a little like a free throw. It's really like a set shot, but so does Steph Curry. So here's the thing with Steph Curry being the greatest shooter of all time, right? At the end of the day, I just feel like the way he shoots now, it should be the standard. I mean, and I know people aren't going to do that because he's the only one who really shoots the way he shoots, unless you want to consider me somebody who shoots like him. It's very interesting how similar our shots are. I'm older than Steph Curry. I made it to college basketball before Steph Curry did, so I obviously copied his shot. I would say, if anything, he copied mine, but I wouldn't say that because he had his dad helping him and his brother. So obviously, it's just interesting that two amazing shooters shoot so similar. So I just feel like, I think the way that we shoot is the new standard. And some people look at my shot and go, oh, they don't say much because they can't, because you look at the results. But I think this is the new way to shoot. This way to shoot is the way that me and Steph Curry shoot. And our feet are close together. I'm not sure if his are pointed at the rim or not. Mine aren't usually. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. But it's more about the wrist. It has little to do with anything besides the wrist. I mean, I can shoot that ball pretty much anyway, and as long as my wrist snaps the way it needs to, that ball's 9 times out of 10 gonna go in. And obviously, you know, you don't need much elevation, but it does have to be quick. It's gotta be quick, it's gotta be fast, because obviously that's obvious. I'm not even gonna say nothing else. It has to be quick, all right? Who cares about the reason? It just has to be quick. And that's it. And like I said, there's nothing else that's simple. And I guess it's simple to me. Maybe it's not simple to you guys. I know if it was simple to everyone, would just do it, right? But I'm trying to understand that it's not as simple for everybody and become a good teacher. And the way you teach is being able to explain to people how to do something. And what's up? I'm back. Yeah. Explain to people how to do something to where they can understand it and start taking steps to being able to do it. And so, like I said, but when you see it, I think that has to help. All right, and you see it. Like I'm. This is effortless. Not Steffortless, effortless. You know what I'm saying? Because Steph has nothing to do with this right here. All right, like, and not to take anything away from him. He's amazing. He's getting a hell of a lot of money for what he does. He's became a GOAT from shooting. I just think that, you know, it's that there's somebody else who's willing, such as myself, to teach this process, and you guys should take advantage of it if you have a desire to play the game of basketball, and, you know, get something out of it, whether it's really some money. I mean, let's just be honest with each other. Like, what else is there to get out of playing basketball besides making money? Unless you're trying to, I don't know what you might be trying to do, have fun or whatever. But when a game of basketball pays as much as this game pays, you'd be crazy enough, or, you know, if you have an opportunity to play basketball, you'd be crazy to not give yourself your best shot at trying to make this kind of money. Because I don't know where else you can go or what else you can do to make NBA money at this point. They're paying 200, $300 million now. It's ridiculous. And I would have never thought them type of contracts were available growing up. And I still mastered all these steps, as you see. So for you guys, I just think we're in a lazy era. Um, a lazy era where people spoiled and don't want to work. So I'm just trying to lead by example and show you guys how easy. I mean, you got to put the time in. All right. As you see, I'm 40 years old, but yet I go to the gym and spend this kind of time just to show you guys what can happen. And so what I want to know is who on this live broadcast wants to play. Like, okay, I find that must have been the last shot. Like I said, I got to get myself out of missing that 10.
You ain't dedicated 10 in a row. That's basketball. You also delusional. You ain't gonna make it out here in the sport if you can't make 10 jump shots consistently. Every NBA player can do that.
Yeah, I just said you ain't gonna make it out there on the court if you ain't making 10 in a row consistently. I mean, it is what it is. You gotta be able to do that. That has to be normal. If that's not a normal thing for you, you're not gonna make it to the NBA. That's absolutely right. Minute and 53 seconds. Let's see what this looks like from the top. Sound or no sound. How's an ugly make? I gotta edit this. I do want my shot a little prettier though. I'll be honest. It looks kind of sloppy to me. My shot looks kind of sloppy. I like the results. It could look worse. It doesn't look bad. It just looks kind of sloppy. And like Steph's, I'll be honest, his looks a little prettier than mine, I think. But in certain cases it does. In certain cases it doesn't. But let's see here. Look back at the camera for some reason. Ooh, that was a nice shot. I love them nets, man. All net shots, they look so good, feel so good. And it's just something about the game of basketball. I think that the game of basketball is all about nothing but net. And I think nothing but net shots are like better than slam dunk. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta edit out the bouncing since we don't want the bouncing. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The miss actually didn't look bad, actually. And, yeah, that's not bad. 10 in a row. I'm not mad at it. Like, it it looks like a very nice, consistent, quick, unstoppable jump. Sidestep in there. It's got a lot of Steph Curry effect to it. I'm gonna be honest. It really does. It really has something about it that's Steph Curry-ish. Is this the one where I step into the side? Let's see if I can. It's almost like a mini side step. Wait, 123. And like I said, you guys don't have to start off making 10 in a row, but I do want you making 4 in a row. You know, I want you guys making 4 in a row. There's no defense on you, so there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do that. Okay? There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to make 4 in a row with no defense on you if you've got this thing figured out right. If you've got this whole science of shooting the basketball down to the where, you know, where it needs to be, to where now you can just build a foundation, then you should be able to make 4 in a row every time you go to the gym. If not, you need to get with me as soon as possible so we can correct whatever needs to be corrected so we can continue this thing, because there's a lot more to basketball than just shooting it. You know, we've got a lot of things. You got defense, you got oh, so this is a good one. This just says, oh, let me save this first. 8 out of 9 step backs. Because see, here's the thing. Once you start making, let's see, 10 threes. All right. Once you start making 10 in a row, right? The next thing for you is going to be challenging yourself. Challenging yourself to make difficult shots, like off the dribble work. Like you see here, step backs. Now this wasn't 10 in a row, this says 8 of 9, but that's okay. That's okay. Holding myself to a better standard, as you see right here, 8 out of 9 step backs, right? I'm holding myself to a better standard, but for you guys, don't, you know, everybody has to challenge themselves, including myself. That's why I'm doing it. But if you guys can start making 4, I can start working with you guys, and we can start adding some tricks to the bag. As you see here, I've got some step backs, and yeah, let's see. Let's get this here, right there. That's good. Step back jumpers, and 8 out of 9 is pretty fucking good. I guess I'll edit this too, though. Edit all the, cause I'm really trying to take over YouTube with this, man. Like the people who train out there, a lot of them, they're not really training you guys. They're really just, I don't know what they're doing. I don't even know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. But it's not training. They're just rebounders. They're ball boys. You know, a lot of these trainers are ball who film themselves recording, rebounding for people, and then they call it training. First of all, you know, if you're doing that with an NBA player, first of all, you're not training that NBA player. You had nothing to do with how he got his skill. To me, if you train someone, you're the reason why they're good. They're as good as they are, right? So, like, I just have to say that. Like, right now, let's show, like, how this is really done. When I show you guys, like, this is really how you improve your basketball player. It's going to be very, very interesting because now a new standard is going to be set in basketball training. You know, I already got the best name, which is, and you can't get a better name than that. And hopefully, well, not hopefully, there will be some players who make it to the NBA who have chosen to use this as their process of training. Fully confident of that. There's just no doubt in my mind that there's going to be people who see that this is the way they want to train. And like I said, you know, there's no better way to do it when you're doing it like this. You don't have any props. You don't have any cones. You know, you don't have any, you know, rebounders and things like that. You're just coming out here yourself to basketball and you're getting to it. You know, you can just see it. Like, the proof is in the pudding. Like, when you look at this, there's no doubt. Like, it's clear that, first of all, the person shooting has, at some point in his life, obviously figured out some kind of way to dominate, because look at the amount of shots that's being made, the ease at which it's being made at. Like, if we just play this, first of all, the formal and jumper is pretty damn good. Step back right there. Look at the results. Another step back looks like a replay, which it isn't. But, and that's what you want, guys. You want, once you figured out, that's another thing. Once you figure out your touch, don't change it. Don't keep changing it. Like, once you have finally figured out. That's why it's important with you guys to give me to do this the right way, because once you have figured it out, now you can learn it. And now is where you can customize it and make it your own. Like, this here is a customized jump shot that is custom to me. I mean, of course, someone can mimic it if they want to, which I advise they do. But even when you do, it's still gonna look like you. It's not gonna look, because your shoulders aren't like mine. You know, you're not like me. Your wrist ain't like mine. So, but when you're watching somebody do something the right way, it does help tremendously when you go to the court and now you start trying to, you know, get yours down. It helps a lot when you got this to look at. That's why there's always people watching. And this is, you guys are smart. You got what you're supposed to do. Some people watch NBA 2K and try to, you know, get stuff from that. This is real life. There's no video game on this. So, and for those that are hungry to get better, you know, you guys are going to get better. But you do have to go to the gym to do this. Like, you can't just, like, I can't shoot the ball for you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go. I just put my iPhone on the ground and recorded myself doing this. So if I aren't doing that, honestly, I can't help you. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I'm willing to do. I wouldn't even, you know, you probably couldn't even pay me to come to the gym and work with you if you're not. See, look, you see how frustrated I got at that miss? Because you got to understand, like, I'm doing this for a purpose. I'm doing this to be great. I'm not doing this just to get out there and get some cardio in. You know what I'm saying? I missed one. I was frustrated by that. 8 out of 9 isn't horrible, and that right there was a horrible miss. And you see, but that's the end of the drill. 8 out of 9 step backs, and that's the thing. Like, people step backs. Like, if you're not comfortable doing it, you're not gonna make 10 in a row. So you have to go to the gym. You have to working on this stuff, or else you just don't belong on the court. Like, you know, and that's just the reality of it. It goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. So that was 7 out of 8, and then this one is gonna make 8 out of 9. So I didn't get up to 10, but that's okay. Still a good rack. You get up, you're all right. So I'm gonna call this step back shooting. Eight out of 9 step back 3-pointers. That's pretty darn good. Because like when I first started doing step back threes, I mean I make them, but it's just back in my day we didn't do that. I'm just doing that for you guys because that's what they do now. Guys do all the step backs. That's what everybody does at their combine workout. But yeah, I had to do it a lot. Let's see, 9 out of 10 threes, 10 straight threes, 12 straight threes. I think I got all these 8 out of 9, 8 out of 10 straight. Let me see if I got 10 straight, 12 straight. I'll just conclude with the 12 straight. Let's see. Gonna let this play. Like I said, 12 straight threes here. We're gonna start this from the beginning so you guys can see it really happened. And it's normal now, and that's what I have to do. I wanted to make doing this normal. Like I said, I'm trying to get up to 20 and then beyond. Like I said, the sky's the limit from there, Ultimately, I want to get up to 100 in a row, I want to get up to 100 in a row, honestly. And it's going to happen because I don't want anybody alive to be able to say they could shoot the ball better than me. Yeah, and that's really where we're at with it. So I think that's 3, I'm not sure. 4. 5. 6. 7. No rebounder as well. 8. So like, what I'm proving here is that you can do this. You don't have to be cute. You don't have to be cute. You don't have to have a machine throwing you the ball, different rebounders throwing you the ball. You can just go out there with a basketball, get your own fucking rebound, and walk your ass back to the 3-point line and make a damn shot. Like all this extra glitz that they've put on all this stuff, it's just ridiculous. And like I said, these guys on Instagram, they're teaching you wrong, showing you all these dunks and all these cones and all this crap. You don't need all that. You don't need all that. And just to show you that I actually play pro ball, you can see me here. This is recent. I got practice today. Semi-pro. It used to be the NBA, right? We had a camera crew out there. Cool. But this is what I do. Like this is not, this is what I do. And let there be when the lights are on, let there be rebounders then. But when you're working out by yourself, see what I'm saying? Like, the proof is in the pudding, y'all. There's like no excuses. No excuses. Matter of fact, I'm going to upload that if it's not already on YouTube. This one might not even be on. Oh, it is on YouTube. I see the short logo. But yeah, just do it. There's only one way to make this easy in games, and it's easy because I've worked on this my whole life. So, what kind of put in? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of work? There's even more footage on this. Look at that step back three on over a 7-footer. Oh my God, look at that Euro. My goodness. That Euro was spectacular. See, all I was saying that I really do is I'm about to pop it on him. Oh my goodness. The moves, pump fake, triple threat, rake. Oh, I should have popped it on him. Oh, and we ain't even talked about the handles yet. We ain't even started talking about the handle work and all that. We ain't even start talking about that yet, just because y'all ain't ready for it. Like, why would I give y'all this when y'all can't do what's basic, which is just putting the ball in the basket? You know, shooting the. Look at Duncan Robinson, right? Even though he didn't come into the NBA shooting threes. You know, I mean, he didn't come into the NBA handling the ball. He came into the NBA just shooting. Look at Tyler Goki, right? Last year, from March Madness, just from shooting threes. Like, so many people say they want to make it, right? They say they want to make it. They say all this and that. But if you can't do something as simple as just shooting the basketball and becoming consistent, then I don't know how to take you serious. I just don't. And so here's another video. There's 7 straight threes here. And that's okay. This is a good number, you know. It's below mine. It's below my standard, but it obviously wasn't from that string. That was there. Oh, let's see. 2 misses right there. Wait a minute. What's going on? 139. Okay. Yeah, we got some good videos though. We got some pretty good videos to show. And this is film study now. Like, watch yourself play. Really what you want to be watching for is improvements that you can make. What aren't you doing great? You know? And that's what you should be watching for. It's just that I've gotten to a point in my career where now when I watch myself, I actually enjoy seeing, and I don't see anything wrong 9 times out of 10. I mean, I just don't. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to brag. I don't see much wrong, which is what's led me to now go ahead and start teaching you guys, because it's like, that's the process. It's that you start improving, you improve until you just can't anymore. And when you can't improve, now it's time to go get your money. All right? It's time to go get your money. And hopefully it's a lot of money. And that's what this whole thing is about. At least for me, like, it was business for me. Like, playing basketball for me was business. And it always was, which is probably why it worked for me, because I approached it like a business, which is what I'm doing now for you guys. And I want you guys to understand that, you know, this is business, a serious business. And let's get to work. All right? So I think that's 2 threes right there in a row. 3. 4. 5. 6. Oh, a baddie walked in. Probably distracted me. Nah, I knocked this down. I think distractions. Gotta stay away from distractions too, fellas, because they will come. That's a fact. So that's 7. So, running from the top. Oh, beach. So this here is 7 straight threes. We're gonna upload it.